Alrighty, new day. We are gonna tackle some more of this sucker. I am hoping for today's plan is gonna be to actually have my lower new improved rockers fastened to the car and have some good structure to it. And I'd really like it if my doors would open and close. I'm kind of thinking that's how I'm setting my my goal for today. While over here, somebody's pulling tranny transfer case off for his donor rig over there, or his actual rig over there. But anyways, let's get at it. All right, I guess my first line of attack is gonna be this side. I'll start with the good side. If we're gonna say that. Anywho, we got our door gap inside. We're gonna try to line like the inner edge to the edge of this so the door can hang over. That's not a problem. We can make a new ledge here later. So far this is not fastened good, but I'm okay with it for now. The front is, we're gonna have to do a bunch of rebuilding on here because you can see it's stepped away. But if you look right here, you see how far my finger is from this edge. So we're gonna have to pull this out and then somehow we'll have to graft these back together. But I want this to get fastened well. And then we can kind of work on like getting our door hinges mounted and try to figure out how it's going to open and close. But so you can see here, this thing's here, but we got to pull it out some more. It's kind of the dealio, because it doesn't make sense that this nub kind of pokes in. How do you phrase that? See how this thing should be flush to here instead of doing that. Anyways, we're going to pull it out. I'm just going to scab something in there, and then slowly we can kind of just build some stuff out to this edge, and then we can trim this off after because it's not needed after the fact. So All right, well, that worked out pretty good. Let me throw some light on here. I don't know why it's so dark. So everything looks like a pretty scrambled mess in here, but at least now the doors come off and the car didn't go springing all over the place. We got here, which is pretty toast. I think we're gonna just rebuild this whole thing, which we're gonna rebuild this, we're gonna rebuild this. Yeah, that's not too bad. It'll be easy. This side's about the same. Just as junky, but at least it's like holding its shape, other than the top is totally screwed. But oh, this pillar is like all together. Nice. This one's actually pretty nice. Man, that side's just hammered, eh? Holy. All right, so it's just, everything's just tacked, welded, but it's holding the shape. That's the important part. Now the doors, like this one's got most of the stuff, but now I know why. I could stick my hand through here and I was all confused. I guess the the door did different stuff. Some fella, I guess, in the feller had just cut everything that was in the way, just so it would kind of do what it was supposed to do. So this one's okay. This one just looks worse because I don't have anything in the door, so it just looks like a complete disaster. Look at that, eh? Anyways, I am not too concerned about this stuff right now. I think it's just going to be easier to make new. See, this would have been where the door latch is, but because I have this big post pillar like the other side, there's a big notch in there. I'm either going to notch this or I'm just going to wait. We'll make a pillar and see what we do for latching. Because maybe I'll just put a pin and do bear claw latches, like off a modern car. Might be the easiest way. So, like this, you can tell, like, look how bad this is right now. Like, this is actually supposed to shape down. It's supposed to follow the shape of the door. So I might just make a little I don't know what I'm doing. I might make a template of the door and then we can try to, do I do this quarter now? You know what, let's just get the doors to go on and off. And then after that, we will slowly work at trying to make the door fit the rest of the body. Because everything's just been cut and cut and cut. We'll see what we got to all do. We got to get it a good shape before we chop anything up. We got to get everything like really solid before we can chop it all up. I got to break this weld. This thing's just a hair past. This has got to be kind of flush with here. That's kind of my goal. And then this is loosely tacked up there. Oh yeah. Nothing's very nice right now. We're just boogering things everywhere to try to make the car hold a shape. Anyways, I got to see what's going on with this mad mess of what used to be door hinges. And man, that thing is just slaughtered, eh? I think we can get some of that off. I wonder how bad the other side is. We might have to just weld everything up and re-drill and tap some stuff. Oh, this one sort of out. This one's sort of there. This post is not very strong because things have been cut and butchered out of there. Cool. I think I'm actually going to shift gears. I think the plan is I'm going to build this pillar. It's all really screwed up. I think if I get that done, we're setting the base for the original shape of this door frame. So, yeah, we're going to do the outside, and then maybe I'll make the inner lip, like the 90 part, and then we can kind of match the quarter panel to it. Oh, maybe I can break it. Well, I can't break it, but we'll kind of hammer form it. I think that's the plan. I'm going to take, I'm going to mirror this side. We'll do the old CAD onto there, transfer it to some sheet metal. We're going to give ourselves some extra meat so we can kind of hammer this edge over something. So at least we can get this and this part. Then when I do the quarter, I can kind of do it to there. We can stretch and shrink it to match up with this panel after. Yeah, because we'll go into here That's the plan. We got a plan. We're gonna build this so at least this part of it's right, and then we can make our door fit it properly, because they're kind of hammered anyway, so it's not going to hurt anything if I do that. Alrighty, let's do some forming. Hey, bud. Smile. All right, this is where we're at. We cut a piece of steel. Well, we traced out the one door jamb. We transferred it to a piece of steel. Yes, I use rusty steel, but I basically buy, if I can ever get it, I get, well, I guess maybe it's called seconds. It's usually the top sheet, and you can usually get it for pennies on the dollar. Unfortunately, usually it's always damaged, or it's the one that gets hit by rain and kind of gets a little bit of rust. You could buy new sheets, but I kind of go with what a feller can afford. And that's about as cheap as a feller can get. Anyways, I cleaned her up good as we can. We stick it here. So this is kind of the goal. Now you see me doodle a line on there. What I'm going to do is loosely kind of do like a hammer form. Without making a wooden form, I'm just going to bang it on the edge of the table to try to roll this edge. I guess I could step it with the bead roller. Should I do that? I'll have to finish it on here anyways. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the bead roller. You kind of just walk through two dies and you can pinch it over. I have no way to make like the step that does, like I can't come from the door jamb, do one bend and do a second bend. I don't have any way to do that. So we're going to make this in two pieces. So what I'm going to do is maybe trim this up a little more. And then I'm going to just walk it through the bead roller. I'm not even going to use any special dies. I'm just going to try to give myself just enough edge. Or will I? No, I'll use a stepping die, one of my step dies. Anyways, I'm just going to walk it through. We're going to kind of press down so it follows that edge. So I'll have a nice line that I can hammer form it over. I will show you what I mean shortly here. I'm just going to get this set up. I'm going to walk this through a little bit, and I'll start banging it out, and I'll show you or explain what I'm doing anyways. All right, this is my plan. What I did is I got a step die. I changed the dies around so they're actually like, they're not even doing a step. It's just flat on flat. I was going to put this in, but I don't know how straight I got this, and I'm not going to be able to make this a nice even straight cut. So I switched my dies around so you can see my step is here, my step is here. I flipped them so there's no step at all. I can kind of go anywhere infinite through here. I don't know if it makes sense. I am going to just try to trace on this edge, and while I'm doing it, I'm just going to kind of pry down to get this thing to start doing this edge, and we'll see. Maybe even if I take this bolt out, I might be able to get the full 90 out of it. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to snug this up a little bit, and we'll make our first pass. Make sure I'm doing it the right way. Yeah. Oh, am I? Yes. So you can see we're slowly starting to get a shape to this thing. It's kind of bananaing this way, but we can fix that after, or if I get this over more and more, it'll work out better in my favor. Anyways, I'm gonna speed this up. We're gonna jam through this super quick. I'm gonna touch anything up on the bench if I can, but I'm thinking this is gonna work. What I'm gonna do is take this lower bolt out, because I'm pushing down, so I think it's just gonna force this die to just stay on. That makes sense. So I will take this out so that way I can go do this thing into a full flat down scenario. It should be pretty awesome. Looking good, except for up here. We seem to have ventured a little bit. Do you know what? I think we can fix it. Just walk it through that stretcher again, or that bead roller. We'll screw it up nice. All right.
So I had made this workbench specifically for banging stuff down, because you can see I got rounded corners for different profiles. Anyway, this is not bad. I just want to sharpen the edge up a little bit more. And yeah, if you don't have any particular, like a workbench, you can kind of do the similar if you don't got a bead roller, I guess. I was worried I wouldn't get that line straight, so I just want to make that one a little more crisp. Alrighty, survey says, I think it's a little bubbly right there, but I don't know if I'll worry too much about it. Somehow I gotta shrink that. I gotta have a sharp enough corner here. Survey says we are good. I'll have too much here because, well, whatever, the curve starts on top. I'm trying to... Ooh, that's a kick. Oh, well, whatever. Let's cut the other side and we'll make this fit in there. All right, we get to have a glimpse of how bad this quarter panel is. So, as far as I know, this brace I put in is right, like it's in the right spot. But, so I made this with a lip. Like an example, this would be the door gap, pretty close to it. I don't know for sure. Let's use the good side as our, and we'll use our finger gauge. So, this side goes here. Oh, dang near. We got about a pinky measurement there. How far that goes. We did trace this, so it was perfect following this panel all the way down. So we know that part is the same. This side, she's not so nice, not very nice. So we're going with our pinky measurement. we're a little tight over here. We can kind of come out with this panel. But yeah, it's just pretty buggered. Like this half of the panel, we're kind of stepping over like I wanted, like it's gonna lip over, and then we would kind of just buzz it in the middle. Like that's how I was gonna make this panel, with just another edge on it, and then we can stretch and shrink it till it kind of follows this shape. But we are definitely got some accidenti, broken stuff there. Man. All right. Well, then what should we do next? I guess it's just logical to try to make this panel. Should we try to do this? I don't know if I can do this line. Well, it should be a step. There's just no way I'm gonna make that straight. I know you're gonna say use a fence. I don't even know if yeah. I'm very uncomfortable, but I'm gonna give it a try. I don't really, yeah, we have to fix it. So we gotta do that, then we gotta do this upper one, because this is probably damaged, like, probably fell off a bridge or something. Anyways, this is a little weird here. I don't know. I'm saying I'm gonna try to make this lower panel here. No idea if I can do this down into there. If I can do this, just half of this edge, like step it, or I can, maybe just do some strapping. I don't know. Let's paper mache this. Actually, we should do the other side. That would make the most sense, right? It's the good side. We'll do the dirty finger. Well, it's better. I won't say it's the good side. Anyways, I'm going to take this off. We are going to take a sheet, kind of lay it across. We're going to make this panel up into this fender up here. And then we're going to make the pattern and put it on the other side. This one's got a whole lot of boogery, but I think we can fix it. It's not terrible. Maybe we'll plenish it out and stuff. This one's got a weird wobble going on down here, so we'll have to make something up there, like straighten this out or something. But all right, yeah, let's get started. See if we can do it. Why not, right? What do we got to lose? We got plenty of steel. let's see if these things match side to side. Oh. So I'm feeling I'm going there to there. I feel I'm a little bit off. Look at that thing. Here's what I gotta uncomfortably try to run this through the wheel and try to put some shape into this thing, because this thing goes this way and this way. So let's give her. Let's try. You know what? I'm pretty happy with that fit. What we did is we broke this line, broke this edge, and I ran it through the stretcher shrinker. I took this post off, and I was making sure it was the same shape as this. I think I got a little too much shape in here, but whatever. I bent this top edge, but it seems to match pretty good. Like when I hold it up, everything seems fine. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with it. Anyways, we got one last thing to do here, and that is this tape line. This tape line in here represents this bead here. So I'm I'm gonna try to roll it through the stepper like I was doing. I might actually set up my stepper and we'll try to do it properly. Yeah, let's do that. All right, let's think this through so I don't do this backwards. Anyways, I don't have the right die. I'm hoping I can get enough step out of this. Because you can see what I've been doing is I just had, this is normally how you would have these dies. Like one goes down, one on top. I have to shim it out. I gotta shim it a lot to try to match that. Anyways, I want this to step out. All right, I got it right. The other thing to do is put a whole bunch of shims in the bottom to force this thing to do a bigger step than I think I need. We'll see if I win at this or not. I kind of want lots of shims. I'll put all of my shims. This thing's actually non-adjustable. I just have pinion shims that I seem to use always, so hey, whatever works, right? You could put a washer, you could do whatever. Anyways, my goal is to have a big step like that. Now when I come down, there should be a big gap and it should be a smooth transition. At least that's the plan. Could not quite get the depth that I wanted, but I don't know, it'll do. And I did break the bottom of the panel because it's got to match up down here. So overall, I'm quite happy with that. But for now, I'm just gonna do, because there's so much buggered on this panel, I'm gonna cut this off probably around here. Go here, I don't know how big this is, but I'm just gonna randomly cut this off from the buggered stuff. Get rid of this. Hopefully this panel fits on here a little nicer. And we can put a couple screws in just to hold it in place. That's kind of where I'm going for the goal right now. Well, I don't know. I am pretty happy with that. Sure looks better than what I had in there, eh? It actually looks like a quarter now. It's got its flaws, but you know what? We can work with it. We can kind of go in here. You see how the inner structure matches up with this one? So the idea is just to zap this, and it just is what it's going to be. The line looks nice. It's a little weird right here, but we can fix that. Same down here. It's just a wee bit off, which is normal for me, so. I think for now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tack the panel on, just a couple tacks, so it stays in place. I don't care, I can just keep the clamps down there, I'm okay with that. Yeah, like the bottom needs a little bit of fixing up. I might do that first.
Like everything else seems fine. Just here you can see this is not to this is different. But I don't know. Does it matter? Probably not. We'll have running boards and stuff on there. I think the door bottom comes to here. I'm not sure. We're going to say it goes to there. You know what? For now, I'm going to just tack it in a few places. That way it's like a structure that's attached to said car. Yeah. Because then from there, we can kind of work on just see how the door fits. Like just if it fits. We remember how messed up that was. Yeah, let's do this. Let's tack this in place. A couple tacks. We can always cut them. A couple screws. A couple Clecos. If it sort of fits and works, we're just going to weld it on. It's fine. Let's, yeah. Let's tack it up and just test fit this door and just see how good or bad everything is. Well, overall, it's okay. There's problems. Let's go through them. So, I have these lines lined up pretty good. This one's a little off. That's a little off. There's no real... Well, maybe we can fix it. Maybe it's just got to scoot back a little more. But I still won't fix it. You can see the overlap on the bottom. See here how much this is overlap? And there should be a gap in there. As far as I can tell, like this thing's measured up the same as the other side, but what's to say these doors are different. So we got this and this upper line is off, but not by much. I think we just got to, you know, if I'm gonna mutilate these doors, I may as well line this line up with that thing. This line can go here. We'll split this. We'll make this line up with there. Windows get smaller. Just lots of weird stuff's gonna happen yet. But we got this tacked in. It's not bad. I almost feel like it should go back a little bit more. I don't know how much. I'm not sure. I feel like I can just massage these to fit, because by the time I get here, the bottom of the fender, this is probably about right. So I think we'll leave it. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to remake this whole panel. What I'm going to do is just cut this edge. We're going to peel it back till we got a nice gap here. And then when I rebuild the doors, I don't know, I'll just make the doors fit. That's about all we can do. It just is what it is. But I think I've had enough for today. I think this is where I am going to call this one. I think when we get back next round, our goal is to get that fitting better. Try to get the door on so they can actually go. I mean, we got to start on one side at a time, right? We'll kind of make this look okay. Kind of make this side look like a car. It's kind of the goal. I think we got to do that. Not 100%. Probably going to fix this bottom line up too. Yeah, we got lots to do. But we're on to a good start. Anyways, like I said, I want to thank you folks for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.